All right, hi guys. So this week we're really focusing on reviewing some of these hard skills that we've been working on. So yesterday you reviewed subtraction with regrouping, where you have to exchange that 10 over into 1 so that you can subtract. And today we're going to review that traditional addition method that we haven't seen in a little while. So follow along in the video. Try and think ahead of me. Okay, so try and guess what I'm going to do before I do it. And then, yeah, we'll see what you got when you guys go to do your work on Pear Deck. Okay, so feeling good today. The sun's out. It's a little windy. I mean, I moved away from Laramie for a reason, but usually when the wind blows in Sheridan, it's for good reason. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, it's Tuesday. I'm on the right slides. We're doing good so far. Okay, with these ones, as you guys have noticed, we've been working with adding 100, subtracting 100. Sometimes it's more than 100. You guys have been doing a pretty good job with these. I'm going to cruise through these. One thing I'm going to remind you of is when you guys get to this fractioning one, make sure you're partitioning and labeling. Label each fraction. Don't forget that part. Don't just partition it, okay? Don't partition it into 4 parts, okay? Make sure you label each of those parts. And make sure you use a thinner marker because I didn't, and that looks rough. Okay. Writing these numbers in expanded form. This one gets a little low to the line, but I think you guys are going to be okay. You'll be able to write it right up above there. And that's just helping us with strong number sense, being able to break a number into hundreds, tens, ones, and then even thousands. Okay. Moving on, you've got some quick addition, quick subtraction. We should be getting quicker and quicker with these, especially with the traditional methods of addition and subtraction. That's all it is. It's just breaking it into easier facts. Okay. Skip counting by 4s. You guys should be rocking this one. And then we're getting into our traditional method of addition. Okay. Let me make my pen a little smaller. So with this, we're keeping this partial sums. And I've noticed, I've worked with some of you guys on office hours, and you guys have, your mental math game is strong, okay? You guys can do this in your heads, which is pretty impressive, okay? You can add 66 and 38. You can say, well, that's 90, this is 14, I have 104. That's awesome, okay? It's not always going to be quite that simple. Sometimes you're going to have larger numbers, and that's why we're showing you this method, okay? The biggest thing with traditional method is you have to make sure that you're showing your work, okay? So don't just do the thinking in there, show how you're carrying that 10. I have seen this from a couple of kiddos. They've put the ones place in its own column, and then they've put the tens place in its own column. Okay, so you have your ones column and then your tens column. I thought that was pretty smart. Okay, so as you guys are going through and working, you're basically adding up your ones column or that yellow column first. So 6 plus 8, you know that is 14. So I'm going to keep the 1 from my 14, that 1 in the ones place. I'm going to keep it in the ones place, and I'm going to bring my 10 right here, this 10, right up over to the tens place. Okay, so then I have to add up the tens place, and you're just adding them up just like if they were ones. So 1 plus 6 is 7, 7 plus 3 is 10. So you're just going to write that number right like this, and that's going to give you 104. Okay, which is exactly what we would have gotten with the expanded form. Okay, so now as you guys get going, you guys are going to see that we're going to slowly start taking this part away. Okay, again, if you want to go through and show those ones column, the ones column and the tens column, I'm going to use apparently my Green Bay Packers colors today. My brother would be proud. Okay, so as I'm going through, I'm going to add up my ones column first. Okay, so 8 plus 3. This is where those facts become important, because some kiddos have been making mistakes on some of these simpler addition problems. So don't let that person be you. Okay, so 8 plus 3 is going to be 11. So I'm going to put my 1 right here. I'm going to carry my 1 up over to the 10 spot. Okay, and then I'm just going to add up my green column with all of my 10s. So I'm going to add up this 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. So that's going to give us 81. But before we release you all the way, I want you to still come over here and show this with partial sums, okay? So you're breaking it into 50 plus 8 okay? 20 plus 3. And I know some of you guys can do this in your head. I know this. But we are in our homes. We're so far away. We don't know your thinking. So this is just a way for you to show your thinking here, okay? So 8 plus 3, what is that? It is 11, okay? And then 50 plus 20 is 70. Ooh, that plus sign got rough, okay? And then 70 plus 11 does give us 80. Whoops, I need to erase. I put that 1 in the wrong spot. Okay, 70 plus 11 does give us 81. Okay, moving on to this next one. You'll notice we took away the expanded form. Okay, if it helps you, you don't have to use Green Bay Packer colors. Okay, you could use Broncos colors. Okay, highlight your, well, hold on. Let's get this. Okay, Declan, I know you're probably going to use Huskers colors, but I don't know if black's going to show up. Okay, so I'm going to do orange. We're going to call these Bobcat colors, and blue. Okay, so I've got my ones column, I've got my tens column. Okay, I'm going to show my work in green. So I'm going to add up my ones column first, or my orange column. Okay, so 7 plus 8. I'm going to use my doubles. 7 plus 7 is 14, plus one more. Okay, that's going to be 15. I'm going to keep my 5 right here. Whoops. Okay. And then I'm going to carry my 10 from my 15. I know that's kind of hard to see that green. Okay. So then I just need to add up my tens column. So 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 65. I need to make that smaller. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave the rest up to you. We should be feeling pretty secure in this skill. Okay. Again, if you're confused, if you have questions, if you're not sure, jump on office hours, ask your mom, ask your dad, go back and double check, make sure you're not making small addition mistakes. Okay. But you're going to go through. We even get you some in the hundreds. Okay. So you're carrying over into the hundreds. And then you'll notice we're starting to break this off. You guys have been doing a good job, so keep going, okay? And then you'll get to this slide that says, congratulations, you made it. And then it says, go back and check your answers. Guess why? Because we want you to go back and check your answers. Make sure you didn't make some silly, like, addition mistake down there, okay? Make sure you didn't make some kind of silly mistake. Just go double check it, okay? That's all I have for you guys. You guys are going to rock this one. Can't wait to see what you guys do. See you tomorrow.